All right. Good evening, afternoon, fellow gamers. We are up and running and live. I see the homies Sourlad and Iconic in chat. Yes, everybody prepare for gaming. Boomer gaming specifically. Let me get the layout switched over and get all the audio set up, and we will jump in for today. Okay, I'm gonna leave volume. Actually, I wonder if I can drop it down just maybe 2 more percent. I will leave it about there. About where it normally is. This game has really cool music. I want to make sure it's not too soft. Zarlad asks, is your notification problem fixed yet? In Discord? If you're asking if it miraculously fixed itself since then I had you look at it, no. I need to find someone who really knows Discord well. If any of you folks are either know someone or are really knowledgeable about how Discord is set up, then let me know, because I've been trying to solve this notification problem for a long time. It's the main reason why I haven't finished working on my own Discord server for the community. But that's neither here nor there. So what are we doing today? We're returning back to the Nintendo Entertainment System, and we're going to look at one of my favorite games that not a lot of people really talk about. It's a bit more obscure, but it's decently well received. And this game is called The Guardian Legend. It was released in '98, and it was created by Irem and Compile and brought outside Japan by Broderbund Software. I see Iconic redeemed Hydrate. That's good because it is warm today and I'm already sweating. I'm gonna have to keep hitting the button so it doesn't go into demo mode. Or we could do this. So what is The Guardian Legend? This game is kind of a mix of different genres. You saw sort of a brief snippet of what looked like a top-down scroll-and shooter. It's a little bit difficult to describe. It'll probably be better just to demonstrate. But we will go ahead and jump into a new game. This is probably not going to be something I can complete in one session, but it is a game I know decently well. I just felt like playing it and showing it off because it's, again, kind of underrated and obscure. So we'll go ahead and jump in. We get no real opening crawl, but right away we're dropped into a top-down scrolling shooter type section. Our character, the Guardian, is the ship that we're playing. Sort of a red starfighter type ship. And the premise of this game is a star is on a collision course with the Earth, a star called Naju, which was homeworld to a bunch of alien life forms, and it got hijacked by some sort of hostile presence, and now is on a crash course with the Earth. So the Guardian of Earth has been sent to destroy the star from the inside before it collides with the Earth and wipes everybody out. And we'll get some sort of snippets of the background as we go. But right now she's on a direct trajectory to infiltrate the outer security defenses of the star of Naju and begin her journey. And I can conveniently pause if I need to look at chat. Red Dragon says, I don't know everything, but I could try and help when you're free. Oh, for Discord? Okay, I can hit you up. I'm gonna die at some point later. Red Dragon, thanks. The main problem I'm having, just to explain what I'm talking about, is for some reason I never get notifications from Discord servers that I'm on. All I'm really looking for is just the unread messages thing to pop up on my list so I could see when people are posting. And for some reason, the only thing I can see are either ats or announcements. So if someone ats me in a channel, I'll see it. If there's an announcement set up normally, I'll see it. Like I can see when Wazzy goes live on the Talk Secure channel. But other than that, I get no notifications. I don't have anything muted. That's the first thing I checked. Oh boy, I need to be careful. So, I don't know. I have to figure it out. I've had several people look at it and showed my settings and everything, and nobody could figure out why it doesn't notify me. DMs work fine. If someone's talking to me, I can see DMs. It's just in-server by channel notifications. It's very strange. Basically, that would mean if I had a community Discord, I'd have to constantly be either watching it or tabbing back and forth to see what people are saying, because I wouldn't get notifications if people are talking. Which I can do. It's not a problem. But I'm notoriously bad at monitoring things, so it'd be nice to have the notifications. Alright, so our first boss here in the run is this sort of automated construct called the defense system. And I gotta go pull something up. I'm gonna need a reference tool so I don't sound like an amateur when talking about some stuff in this game. I actually have this bookmarked. One sec. Every time I tab out of my Nintendo, it's going to mute. And I definitely didn't want to resize VTube Studio. No, don't do that. There, I think I got that. Where did I put that shortcut? There it is. Okay. Can reference that later. And resume. For blowing up the defense system, now we get to proceed forward. Iconic says, I know nothing, so hope you get it sorted out. Starlight says, this looks familiar. This game has been covered by a lot of, retro gaming channels. A lot of pretty noteworthy people have talked about it and mentioned it, but it's still what I consider kind of obscure and underrated because it's not like a Mega Man or Zelda or Mario. This is the only game in its franchise. There's never a sequel, an official one anyway. But I'll talk through it and explain because again, this is one of my favorite games. All right, we're dropped into a new interface, which is a top-down exploration mode, very similar to Legend of Zelda. And now the Guardian has shifted to a robot lady mode. She's not a plane anymore. So we've got some text prompts here from someone else on Naju. And I tabbed through the first one by accident, but this star Naju was our home, but we were invaded by evil life forms. Everyone except me was killed. I'm going to try to activate the self-destruct device. If I fail, I would like you to do this task so this cannot happen to any other race. A self-destruct mechanism is protected by a safety device, which is located within the underground corridors. Remove each seal and go deep inside Naju. If you destroy all 10 safety devices, the self-destruct sequence will be activated. I don't have much time. I hope this message will not be read by anyone. It will mean that I have failed. Okay. If we hit select, we have our map. This follows a map navigation coordinate system. Sour says, I played a game with similar graphics, never seen a video about it. I want to say Guardian Legend has been released on at least one iteration of Virtual Console. Again, it's a little more off the radar, so I don't know if it's on the current Switch one. I don't think it is, but if you ever get a chance to play it in any form, I highly recommend it. Okay, so on the map screen, we also get an inventory, which we'll see fill out as we go. Our chip max, you'll see me pick up these blue or red orb looking things called chips. That is going to be currency and ammo for some of my weapons that I'll pick up. Attack is the firepower of my gun. Shield is defense. The weapon power used chip will apply to weapons as I pick them up. And the flashing dot is our first major target, which will always point us towards our objectives, but this game is pretty open and nonlinear. It doesn't necessarily lock you into a critical path, but there is sort of an efficient way to go about it. So I will kind of talk through that and see if I remember the optimal path to get through this. All right, so leave the control room. You can port out to the main map. And now we are dropped into the map proper. And so the top-down exploration, again, it's pretty similar to a lot of other games of this style. On different rooms, you'll have these enemies sort of spawn in. There'll be different waves depending on the area. Sometimes the waves will change. You don't have to kill them to progress in most cases unless you get locked into an encounter. And so at this point, the game basically says you're free to roam around. It's not going to force you to go to the objective. But as we'll see, there'll be paths we can't get through, or we need an item in order to progress. So here are the chips. Our chip max is 50. The blue ones will give us, was it 10? 5 or 10? And refill a little bit of health. My health is the blue bar. The SC up above is score/experience. The more I accumulate, the higher the Guardian's level, which will upgrade her max health and her weapon. The spread of her base weapon that I'm using, the little blue blaster. Sorry, lad says, let me check what game I'm talking about later then. Yeah, sure, let me know. This game's graphics style is kind of unique. We'll see it when we get to bosses. I actually really like the sprite work in Guardian Legend. It's one of my favorite things about it. Okay. So these markers here are keys. We need to collect the appropriately shaped key in order to pass through the door. So this shows our locked off paths. And what I'm going to do is kind of comb the map and then go into the middle. There are points of interest, but it's been a few years since I played this. Alright, here's a locked off encounter where we get a mini boss. We have to defeat whatever spawns here in order to get out, but we'll get a decent power up as a result of getting through the encounter. This is sort of a weird underground creature that kind of pops up, and then when it goes back underground, it spawns one of those little crawler things. More of a mini boss. Just have to wait for it to pop up and then hit it with our gun. Okay. Pretty easy. Large heart. Recovers a decent chunk of health. For this, we get a lander power-up. These little round, Lolo-looking critters are called landers. They're, I think, the indigenous race of Naju. The blue ones refill your health, and they up your max health by a certain increment. The red ones up your max chips, which is your currency and ammo again. Picking those up will definitely help out a lot. Iconic says, very interesting, don't know many shmups that let you walk around. Yeah, this game is a hybrid, so there are shmup sections and there's exploration. And it's kind of neat how the game switches up different aspects of those formulas. So you'll see different tile sets and zones, and you'll kind of cross between different ones as you get power-ups, and again, non-linear, and then the actual shmup sections where you fight the big bosses, and those get pretty decently challenging. So we'll see all that in play here. Sarlat says, ever played Star Tropics? That's one of the classics I haven't played. It's on my list to get to eventually. I know it's a really, really good game, but I have not played it. Graphic style is probably a little bit similar to this. We'll sort of see how the terrain and zones switch up as we go. It would be nice if the map showed you your locked off points, but you have to sort of keep a mental grid and remember where you need to double back and explore. But this main green AstroTurf looking area is kind of like the first base hub. That's why it says Area 0 in the lower left. And that is our first weapon. This weapon, and the reason why I pulled up a reference is so I can call them the right thing. This is the bullet shot. It uses one weapon, as one weapon power, uses one chip. If we hit A, we now have a secondary projectile that shoots for straight ahead and does damage. But if we hit a direction, we can aim it in 8 directions. Hey, Wazzy's here. What's up, Wazzy? How you doing this Tuesday afternoon? We are looking at a retro game from the NES era, one of my favorites. It's Guardian Legend. Alright. Here is one of the Redlanders. If I pick it up, now my chip maxes from 50 to 100. And the... oh, maybe it's the chip total stock that changes the spread of the beam. I don't remember. That's probably what it is. Now instead of one pellet, I have sort of a quad shot, which will have a higher dispersion rate of hitting things. But I'll need to pick up actual gun power-ups to do more damage per shot. Alright, let's take a look and see. There's some stuff in here we can look at. Here's the main hub. I put some weapons in these boxes. Take them out of the boxes to use them. Some weapons have been stolen by some of the life forms. If you need these weapons, you'll have to destroy the life forms. All the weapons need power chips. You must search for them. Alright, here's sort of our real simple tutorial about the weapon system. It is nice that there's some explanations here. Not super common feature for games this old. I had all the corridors sealed. If you need to know how to remove the seal, ask the person who sealed it. To remove the seal at corridor number 1, fire at the gate. All the rooms leading to the corridors are locked, so use the warp panel to get into the room. To use the warp panel, blast through the cover. You also need the key for the panel. Okay. Entrance to the dungeons, essentially. This takes us to a different section. Ah, we're over here now. Okay. Pretty sure there was a shop or something in the middle. Not every one of these areas is connected by like a linear path. Some of them you have to sort of go in and out of different areas in order to get to. Like, I think this is one. There it is. This blue lander says, I will sell this to you for 500 space bucks. Which I do not have. Sarla redeemed a hydrate, and Iconic has redeemed small Raku. Alright. Let me do the small first. I'll put this over here so I can see. I think that's small enough. And I'll put the timer on. Wazzy redeemed Drop a Beat and Raku Factory. Wow, Wazzy's cashing everything out. Seems kind of counterproductive to redeem all that stuff while there's a timer active, but that's okay. Let me pause this, the audio. Well, let me grab a fact first. We'll do the fact, then we'll do the beat, and then we will resume. I think Wazzy's bankrupted herself and used all of her points. Iconic says all the Raku redeems. And Wazzy says, now I still have points. Oh boy. Let's see. How about a homeworld fact? I said I'd start mixing in some of those, and I can write this one down too to make sure I don't repeat myself. One of the indigenous types of flora on Homeworld are these large mushrooms the size of trees. Think kind of like the mushroom biomes in Minecraft. There are actual whole forests of giant tree-sized mushrooms. And you guys don't have those here on Earth. Alright, let me do this. This will pause the sound. Make sure the sound cuts off. Alright, drop a beat. I can also make sure my audio settings are alright. I gotta think of something to freestyle. Alright, let's see. Alright, volume is back. Iconic says small beats. I got a minute and a half. I remember to turn that off. Okay. So we have a shop at X10, Y10. I'm not going to remember the coordinates. I'll just have to double back here eventually. I need more money. And until I'm less broke, I won't be able to buy from this merchant or this one. 300. This weapon, in fact, I can call them by their names because I don't have them memorized. This is the laser. This is a really powerful shoot 'em up section type weapon. Very useful. The other one screen up, is called the Propeller. Yep. This one's also really good. I will most likely get the first iteration of the weapon somewhere in the dungeons, but I can come back and get a power-up for it later. The way it works is you can find power-ups for the dungeons for a max of level 3 in most cases, and each upgrade vastly improves the damage or performance of the weapon. And some you get from bosses, some you get from merchants. But we can't afford any, so we can just move on ahead. Let's go look at the south end of the map, and then from there we'll go to the first objective. And timer's up. I will embiggen myself. And away we go. I set Seal 6 very well. You'll need a special weapon to break it. Okay. And we have a wavy key down here. I think this is the last point down here in the south. And we need the plus key in order to get in there. Ooh, that's a new weapon. This one is Saber, I believe. Yep. Looks like a lightsaber. This one, when you equip it, and there's no hot swap ability, you can't just, there's no triggers on the NES, you can't hotkey between your different weapons. You have to, Mega Man style, go into the inventory screen and switch. But if we hit A, we have a sword projectile that shoots out in front of the Guardian, and you can keep it out and it'll burn chips. It's very short range, but decently powerful. It's a good weapon to have against larger, slower bosses. You can get in their face and just lightsaber them. Iconic says, legally distinct lightsaber. That's right. There's a couple of different variations of that weapon that we'll see. Oh, hook key. Alright. And this is another mini-boss. This would be a good place to test out a sword. I have a sort of crab bot looking enemy that just kind of meanders around. This one shoot? Nope, looks like it just sort of follows you. But get in its face and hit it with a saber. Pretty easy to drop. And we get another secondary weapon. This one is called the Bullet Shield. Yeah, Bullet Shield. If we turn this one on, we get an orbiting shield projectile that will do damage, but it will drain our chips at a pretty decent clip, so we'll keep that one on for now. And let's see, we haven't been here. This should be a gated area. Yep, we need the moon key for this one. But with that, I think we have pretty much gotten the important things on the map. You can path directly to the first objective and go deal with that. But if you pick up some of the stuff that's just lying on the map proper, it'll make your job a little bit easier. So this should be corridor 1. Yeah. Needs a moon key to go to that upper door. But the hint said, just shoot the door and it'll open. Like so. If we hit the corridor, the Guardian goes Transformer mode, and now she's a plane. So now we switch back to the shoot 'em up style, and our first tile set here is kind of like an ocean floor. We're fighting fish, like angry looking fish. Oh boy. And we can use our new pieces of equipment to sort of help deal with this too. The bullet shot is decent, but it doesn't do a ton of damage. Hey, Edward's here. What's up, Edward? Welcome to the stream. Ow, okay, that does decent damage. Yeah, our beam size is sort of tied to our chip stock and max. So if I deplete it, I'll get reduced to the pea shooter, but I can use my secondary weapons. I'm gonna use a sword. It's close range, but it should drop most of these things. Yeah, in one shot. That's a full heal. Got seahorses. That's why I said this feels like an ocean stage. A lot of the enemy set here are underwater creatures. Okay, could probably keep our main shot for now and conserve ammo for the boss. At the end of every scrolling shooter section like this, we will hit a major boss target. And that is our objective for each of these spots. Iconic says, space fish or underwater spaceship, you decide. Yeah, exactly. It is unclear. We were just in these different corridor labyrinth spots throughout this star. And we gotta blow everything up. Alright, now we got a boss. This is the quote-unquote first boss of the game. A big one-eyed fish creature called Fleepa. And Fleepa sort of bounces up and down the screen, spitting little squidlings at you. Pretty simple. Shoot it straight in the mouth or the eye. And again, this is a good example of the sprite work in this game. Talking about stuff on the NES, I really like the sprites of the bosses. They're very detailed, well shaded. Ooh, okay. Maybe we can use bullet shot. Getting right in this thing's face is not a good idea as it's trying to tackle you from the top of the screen. Oh boy, I'm gonna die. Unless I get lucky with a health pickup. Aw. Alright, I guess I should probably save my ammo for the boss. Fortunately, we just restart the entire top-down section. I can't remember if there's a halfway point. But oh no, never mind. I thought it kicks us all the way back in there, but no, it'll kick us to our last save. All right, that's fine. We don't lose our stuff or anything we picked up. I just have to walk back to the entrance. Our score doesn't go away either, since it's kind of like our running experience points total. I'll probably hit a level up in that zone. Be nice if it lets you just restart from inside the stage, but that's okay. Keep the sword or the saber on standby, but I won't just burn it really quick. I think having the bigger spread projectile on the main beam would actually be better. And I can't have that unless my ammo max is topped up. Ooh. There we go. Yeah, we'll just use this for the majority of the stage. I think it'll actually do more damage. I think way back when I was streaming on YouTube, one of my retro game streams, I played through another solely top-down scrolling shooter called Dragon Spirit. And I think I mentioned this game in that because the style of the top-down is very similar between the games. Or top-down shooter stages. There's no exploration in Dragon Spirit. That was a year ago. I've been doing this for over a year now. That's nuts. Alright, give my gun back. Iconic says, wow, that is nuts. Yeah, I'm specifically counting... Oh, I need to watch my life. I'm counting my time on YouTube and Twitch. So, my official debut as a VTuber was in May of 21, I believe. And I started on Twitch in January of this year. So, comparatively, I haven't been doing that as long, but in total, time flies. I do think overall things have grown faster here on Twitch compared to YouTube, and I think that's primarily because of all the community stuff that I can take advantage of. Oh, come on, really? Here on Twitch versus waiting a million years to be able to do that stuff on YouTube. Which is why I'm very grateful for all the folks who come here and hang out and vibe. Iconic says, life is better with you and your beats. Oh, thanks, Iconic. That's very, very kind of you to say. Oof. Oh, give me some health. That's it. Alright, level up. Oof. Alright, that'll help. It's worth noting that the boss isn't following a set pattern. It's moving up and down at a set pattern, but it's always pathing towards my location, which is kind of a neat touch. You can even see its eye tracking my movement. So in other words, it's not going to move just back and forth on its own. It's always going to point itself towards my direction. So that's why I can't sit in one spot. I can actually dodge. Alright. For our trouble, we got the moon key. And we hit a level, so that's good. And our pickup for beating the corridor is the Propeller, level 1. The same one we couldn't buy. This is one of my favorite weapons in the game. If we use our fire button, it shoots a circular projectile that goes across the screen and then eventually just leaves. And it does damage in everything it hits. It starts off kind of slow, but as I play and upgrade it, it'll get more effective. It's useful for just clearing out waves of things in front of you. Now, before I move on, I'm going to go back to that one room that had the moon key. Make sure that's not a shop. Oh, no, that's an entirely different zone. Okay, whenever we get a key, the path that unlocks will get added to the map like this. So the big square bounding box of the map is the entire game, and each time we get a key, it'll open up the next section and show us our targets there. So let's go to the one that unlocks, since I believe that's corridor 11. From what I remember, the corridors are grouped in sets. There's a single-digit number and a double-digit number. So 1 and 11, I think. It's either 1 and 11 or 1 and 10. Let's go take a look. And now we have a different tile set, similar to the kind of underwater stage, and a different theme. Our target is in the upper left, but we can sort of navigate around the map. Again, it pays to be thorough and look out for different power-ups and things that might be scattered around the map or mini-bosses. Let's see, this should be something. Alright. Oh boy, those things do a lot of damage. Get out of here. This weapon is called the Side Wave. If we use this one, it shoots out waves behind the Guardian at an angle. Not one I use fairly often since you're usually being attacked from the front. But we'll try and get everything in the game. Go for completionist run. Those little blue blobs almost took me out from full health. I should probably save, especially after this. We got a crab-based mini-boss. It'll sort of wander around the map and spray you with shots from its claw. And with the Propeller, it dies pretty quick. Alright. Before we proceed on, I'm going to go fry some chicken real quick. Been drinking a lot of water today. I'm going to actually leave it here so you can hear the theme play. Nothing should attack me while I'm just sitting here. And I'll be back in 1 sec. Alright. Let us proceed. And we'll scrape the corners of the map. See if there's anything worthwhile. Like that. Weapon pickup's always good. You can tell the enemies here are a little more durable. We'll need to upgrade our main firepower as well. So this one is called the Cutter. Similar to the Saber, the Cutter shoots out on either side of the Guardian, and the longer you hold it out, the more it consumes chips. Kind of situational, and not one I really use. But this other one I picked up is called the Fireball. If we fire it, shoots off a rolling projectile that goes all the way across the screen and leaves. This is, in my opinion, the best weapon in the game, fully upgraded. At level 1, it's alright. It'll pierce through a lot of things and do continuous damage, but when you upgrade this thing, it's a beast. It is gonna probably carry through most of the game. And the very first time I played all the way through Guardian Legend, I super slept on this weapon and didn't think it was that good. And it ended up being very key in getting through one of the more difficult bosses. But we'll keep the repeller on for now. Okay, bottom edge. We have these weird little arrow things which kind of just point you in different directions. Sometimes they point towards critical objectives and sometimes they don't. Alright. Ammo. Ammo. Oh boy, spiders. If we just let them sit there, they will multiply and fill the screen. We don't want that. That's full heal. One of the tricky things about this game is there's no real hit stun. So if you get clipped by something, it could take you all the way down. And you'll lose most of your health. Okay, here's Corridor 11. So the double-digit counterpart to Corridor 1. Let's clear the rest of the map before we go in there. And then I'm not going to deal with that. Alright. Should be the last mini-boss on here. There's a blue version of the weird crab bot thing. This one moves faster. And now it's actually shooting projectiles. And good lord, that does a lot of damage. Alright. I am gonna die. I'm pretty sure it's gonna start me all the way back on the map 1. I need to remember where the save points are at. Let's see. Yada yada yada. I think they're saved rooms. Well, we'll see those on the other maps. But not here. Okay. This game follows the very common old school tenets of not a lot of leniency when it comes to stuff like that. But there are save rooms from what I remember. Just have to find them. As the Guardian gets more upgrades and some better weapons, her survivability will go up. But until then, she's a little bit fragile. And I think we get something pretty decent for killing that blue enemy. I'm gonna go back there and try that again. And we can head towards the middle of the map and see if there's a save point. This game uses like a password system, but I think the save rooms will also just boot you back there every time you die. We shouldn't be starting on the map 0 every single time. So let me see if I can find that. You can also test out the fireball on that blue enemy since it's a bit slower. Is this it? Was I like 2 screens away? Yep. Here's our save points. Alright, so this is a password system. Basically, the game, kind of Metroid style, has a password thing you can use to reload your progress, but I can also just hit the magic save button. Alright, now let's make our way back to that optional fight. I'm trying to fill my health up. That was definitely not filling my health up. Let's go try and farm the spiders. Problem is, they will fill the screen faster than I can kill them. Let's use a weapon. Give me health. Okay, that works. I don't have to worry as much about my ammo since I'm going to try and use the fireball this time. It's also worth noting that the fireball hits multiple times as it pierces. And there you go. Ooh, chip max up. Max currency / chips are at 150. That's helpful. And that should mean we have a higher threshold to consume ammo before it downgrades our beam. Now we can take on Corridor 11, rather. This is another variation of the kind of underwater tile set, but now we have seaweed and orange versions of the angry fish. And starfish. Here's a good example of why the repeller is useful. On the scrolling stages, it will path upwards because the screen is moving quickly. It'll stay on screen for a decent amount of time, and it'll maul anything that sort of intersects with that circular path. Probably save our ammo for the boss and use the fireball there as well, if it's the boss I'm thinking of. As long as it's something that's not going to move very quickly. Now we have, oh boy, these kind of shrimp, lobster looking things. No, it's boss time already? Alright. Alright, here we go. This boss is called Optomon. It is a big kind of living ball of seaweed. And its deal is it pats to and fro across the top of the screen, unlike the last boss, and drops these indestructible seaweed track things in your path. And those do a lot of damage. I think the repeller's actually going to hit more. Yeah, I just have to time it. Basically time it so the boss is running into the projectile before it leaves the screen. And as its health gets lower, I believe the amount of the seaweed tracks it drops goes up. So I'll start dropping them faster. There we go. Iconic says, kind of looks like it belongs in Zelda. Yeah, a little bit. Looks like it could be a Zelda type enemy. Cool looking boss. We'll fight stronger versions of some of these bosses later, and one of them absolutely stonewalled me my first time through until I got the upgraded version of the fireball. Alright. That's the grenade. The grenade, like the name would suggest, lobs a projectile that has a cluster explosion. Kind of situational too. It's not terrible, but it's slow, and it's kind of hard to aim. Alright, we are done with area 0. Our flashing objectives are gone. We hit all of the points of interest, I believe. So now we can backtrack to the main hub. Should probably go save. And then we can check out the new area that unlocked with the key we got, with the moon key. Wow. Alright, gotta save. Now we can just bounce out of here. Because this is an older game, there's no sort of fast travel or like warp points between the levels. There are some shortcuts that will jump between them without having to go to the main hub, but it's going to take a little bit before we unlock those. For now, we got to hoof it. Okay, we're at 150 chips. We need 500 for that Propeller Upgrade. So we're just going to go straight west. That's area 1, I believe. Alright, turn my weapon off. We need to keep an eye out for those defensive shield things as well. They will increase our damage mitigation. Okay, another save point. Oh, here's area 2. Similar type of tile set as the other area we were just in, and same theme. Oof, man, that hurt. But we're gonna follow the same sort of strategy of get run over by enemies, apparently. But we're gonna comb the map, look for power-ups before we tackle the corridors. Well, it's a good thing we saved. Those weird little spinning amoeba things are dangerous. Anything that moves quickly is a big threat. Alright, corridor 12. I believe that the double-digit corridors don't require a special unlock condition. I could be wrong. But before we tackle that, let's continue to scrub the map. Try and see if we can get some more tech. Ideally, a defense power-up would be nice. Or mini-boss. Ooh, blue version of the crab. And this one sprays quite a lot of bubbles. Oof. If we can line up our shots with the fireball, though, should go down quick. Oh, it can shoot it diagonally? I know you could do that. Oof. Oh boy. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. But now I'm about to die. Could try and farm the bubbles. Or just get hit once. The additional color swaps of the different enemies usually have higher damage, higher speed, higher health. And sometimes their attack pattern changes, but usually they're just stronger. I see Iconic redeemed another hydrate. That will do. Ow. I do think the fireball's still our best bet. Actually, I could try sorting that boss since it's relatively slow and it's only dangerous when it starts spraying bubbles. If I just sit right next to it, I might be able to just sort it into oblivion and clear the fight that way. I'll try. We'll see. Give me some health. Or not. Oh. I didn't consider that it might run straight into me. Okay. Right. Okay, don't use a sword. Sword is a little risky because of the speed. Health. No health. Oof. Those orange enemies. Yeah. Let's not do that. Let's see if we can get a box from here. Unfortunately, there's no health refill stations or something that'll just full heal you like a fairy fountain. Could just try and tackle Corridor 12. I don't remember what the pickup is there, but it might be more useful in taking that boss out, especially if it's a defensive or offensive upgrade. Let's do that. I will let these things kill me. Then we'll do Corridor 12 first, and then go try and take on that mini-boss. I think it'd be doable with full stock, but I don't want to waste time and beat my head against the wall. Alright, let's just book it. Alright, Corridor 12. Alright. Now we've got fast-moving blue versions of the fish, and this map is moving very quickly. Propeller? I mean, Fireball will actually be screened out just due to the scrolling speed being so quick. Oof. This is a pretty good example of the upwards difficulty curve. And some of the corridors are a bit tougher than others, and they're kind of meant for you to come back and do them later when you're stronger. Alright, boss time. Oh, I think I remember which boss is here. Oh no, it's Red Fleepa, okay. Stronger version of the fish. More health, bit faster. Spits way more squids. Ooh, good lord. Give me health. Aha. We might need to do that one after the main one in this level. Fortunately, we have more than one option. If we don't do that quarter, we can go check out number 2. Rather than 12, we can check out 2. Can also give that mini boss another try. Let's see, sorry, let her redeem save reminder. I wish I could save on the spot in this game. That'd be nice. Ow. You know what? Because of that projectile spread, I think that alone makes the Propeller a better option here. It can wipe out most of the projectiles, and I just have to dodge. So time it right. Uh-oh. Well, that was lucky. Alright. That was worth it. That's a gun power-up. Overall, main shot damage up. Almost killed me again, but that means I'll do a lot more damage to stuff with just the regular gun. Will that be enough to take on the boss of Quarter 12? It would help, but let's just move on. See if we can get to 2. Ooh, that's a fire rate. We don't see that on here, I don't think. Which is weird. But those little arrow things increase your rate of fire. Which is pretty handy. Ooh. I will only sell you one of these. Fire rate, just a spot refill of health, or an upgrade to the bullet shot. I think the optimum pickup here is the fire rate, since those are limited. I believe we'll get pickups for the bullet shot up to level 3. But I don't have 150, so I can't really do much here now. I'll have to come back. Okay, let's keep combing the map. Another mini boss. Did we already fight one of these? Let's go fireball. Yeah, okay, that's a lot of damage. This one gets us a red lander power-up. Okay, 200 chip max and a slightly bigger beam. That's pretty handy. What I really need now is defense. Ooh, health up. And this should be the corridor entrance. Yeah, alright. Should be number 2. This one said touch everywhere, so destroy all the panels. Oh boy, they're even faster here than they are in 12. I definitely see a lot of inspiration for what will become the bullet hell shooter genre later. I don't know if a lot of them directly drew inspiration from this game, but I could see a lot of similar styles and tropes. Another reason why I think Guardian Legend should be considered one of the NES classics, even though it's a bit more off the radar. Alright, fire power upgrade's definitely helping. Which is good because everything's incredibly fast here. And keep in mind, as we proceed through the game, the tile set is not always going to be aquatic like this. In fact, I think Zone 3 is going to be our first major style and theme shift. It's the one I'm thinking of. Alright, boss time. Alright, this was the boss I was thinking of. This is Crawdaddy. It is a crawdad-like creature that paths around the screen shooting claws at you. And not too bad if you just kind of avoid its path, but the more damage you do to it, the faster it moves. So now it's going to start zipping across the screen. And I need to sort of get rid of the projectiles and also land hits. Whew, now we bullet hell. And that gives us the hook key. Iconic says, Daddy question mark? Sure, if you're into crustaceans. Alright, this one gives us an upgrade to the Saber. Okay, that's not bad. Good for mini bosses, I suppose. Our first level 2? Yep. That gives us... I don't think it's a range upgrade, just damage. Alright, now we can double back towards the entrance. And I think we've hit all the corners. Let me go check it in the south. That's the merchant that we can only buy one thing from. I'm going to go grab the rapid fire power up from that merchant. I don't know how apparent it was when I did that last level, but the shot upgrades I've got definitely made it a lot easier to take stuff out. So we'll grab rapid fire. But that downgrades our beam because it emptied out our chip stock. So now I need to go refill my ammo before we take on that corridor. I'm going to have a bad time. Okay, there we go. Now we're full up. And kind of see the bullet spread now. The rapid fire is a little less obvious. The fact that it's just ripping through enemies is a pretty good indicator that it does more damage, which is what matters here. Now let's give Corridor 12 a try. This will actually seem easier because all of the high-speed enemies were on the last tile set. But instead of high-speed enemies, now we have the high-speed scrolling. There they are. Full heal. Yeah, those shot power-ups are definitely helping here. Those weird little eye enemies go down in a couple hits. In fact, I think I could just take my standard shot into that boss fight. What we'll see as the game progresses, the secondary weapons will catch up to the main gun, especially once they get to level 3. But for now, it's kind of a race between the blue standard shot the Guardian has and the secondaries. But they will get pretty decently powerful, to the point where I'll be using them more later. Alright, Red Fleepa. It's a bit more of a DPS race, but I think having a better weapon will make it easier. You can also do stuff like throw out a repeller and just have it, yeah, do damage as the boss goes up and down. Much easier. For taking out Corridor 12, we have our first version of the laser. Okay. Laser can only be used in the shmup sections, but it is very powerful. We'll see that one once we go into another corridor. So with that, we are done with Area 2. With the hook key, we can now head south to Area 3. Alright, I'm gonna save here. And now you can see we're pretty much one-shotting all the enemies in Area 0 now. Oh, okay. Well, I guess we'll save here. Saving often has kind of become a key thing of importance on this channel, even in video games. Alright, now we have a new tile set, kind of a jungle theme and a new song in the background. I see Sour Lad's taken off. Assume you're going over to Wazzy's stream. So I will catch you later. Thanks for tuning in, Sour Lad. I will most likely send everybody that's hanging out here to Wazzy's stream when I'm done. So good luck modding. Alright, now we have a pretty wide open area. We'll basically follow the same strategy and checking out the extreme edges of the map, looking for power-ups, and then doing the corridors. Iconic says, be right back, gonna eat. Alright, dude. We will keep trucking. Alright, mini boss. You can test out the upgraded sword as long as... Oh, this enemy, yeah, okay. This is sort of a anemone looking enemy that just bounces everywhere. And it does a ton of damage, but if you can line up your sword, I think you can out DPS before it kills you. You can either do that or dodge. I could try and dodge too. But there are some later versions of that enemy that are incredibly annoying to deal with because they're so quick. In fact, I'll try and go for Fireball. I'm just gonna have to aim really carefully. Could also use Bullet Shield and just run, but at level 1 you're not gonna get a whole lot of damage out of the Bullet Shield. Ow. Okay, this is corridor already? Yeah, here's 13. Give him some health. Upon entering Area 3, our overall weapon scaling sort of caught up to the enemies. And now I'm not murdering everything in just one single shot. Now let me see if I can find some more health. Ow. Oof. Ooh, red lander, that works. Up to 400. Okay. Alright. This thing might be a little bit too quick for the fireball. Trying to remember how I did this last time. I might have just gone all in and went for like a point blank thing with the sword. Assuming it was a level 2 sword. That's probably my best shot. I just have to be dead on with all the hits and make sure. And not go in there with low life. That's what I'll have to do. I didn't know it could teleport. Okay, my other option is to get some defense and come back. I think I'm gonna have to do that for that boss. It's gonna be either that or run. Run from it and try and lay down fire with the repeller, maybe? It bounces around so quickly that the fireball will just miss. I could try repeller. I think we get something good there. Okay, that's a quarter again, yeah. I'm gonna try that again. Let's see. Yeah, shield is not going to be fast enough. Level 2 shield might do it, but not on level 1. Whew. Wow. I just barely squeaked that one out. 0 health, but it's a defense power-up, so yeah, definitely worth it. I'm just going to abruptly die. Okay, let's keep combing the map. Save. Nice. So far, Propeller is MVP. Once I hit level 2 with the Fireball, I think that's pretty much going to be my main for a good chunk of the game. But for now, the Repeller is working pretty well. The fact that it just hits so much I think is the best selling point. Alright, see what's in the corner. Ooh, fire rate up again? Nice. Wait forever. The seal for number 3 will be removed. What are you doing here? Do not wait here. Okay. So for corridor 3, we just have to stand there. Get some help. I'd like to go in there at full health for that mini boss, whatever it is. Oh, this is direct line to the next corridor. Okay. That'll do. 3 and 13, I think, are next to each other on the map, but you can't just walk between them, from what I remember. Oh, okay, another version of this boss. Can use Fireball in this one. Same pattern, but when it dives down, it spits out 3 of those little crawler enemies. This is just free money. Yeah. Ooh. This is our first another new weapon. These are enemy erasers. They're the one weapon that's limited quantity versus the other ones which use your chip stock. These are screen nukes. The enemy erasers kill everything on screen. They're very powerful, but they're limited quantity. You have to pick them up on maps or in the corridors themselves. I think each time you pick up one of the drop power-ups, it increases your max stock. But those will be kind of like our emergency use items. If you need a quick get out of jail card. That's what the enemy erasers are good for. Oh, maybe I was wrong. Maybe you do just walk between the corridors. Yeah, I guess it's right there at the beginning. Alright. Yep, we just walk between them. I guess we can do 13 first since we're here. I don't remember which one of these is more difficult. But now we got a corridor on the jungle map with a new background track. A bit more higher energy. And right away we're being pelted with rocks? We got hostile flowers and what looks like a variation of the Vic Viper from Gradius. These blue things are very high durability barriers. You can kill them if you shoot them enough, but it's better just to dodge. They take up screen space. Alright, those things explode. If you don't do enough damage, they'll pop and swarm you. definitely making use of our upgraded main gun. If I didn't get a bunch of those upgrades in previous zones, it'd be a lot more difficult. Both the spread and the strength of the projectiles. Which is good, because the enemy waves are going to start getting a lot more thick. And boss time. Alright, our first mechanical type boss. This is the Bombarder. It's a big missile shooting robot that teleports around the screen, pops in, shoots off a volley of missiles, and then will disappear. Not too bad, but you don't want to get boxed in. Oh boy, the screen is flickering. I think you only have a couple frames to get hits in on the boss before it teleports away. And I think it's a single hit. So I'm just going to probably rely on my main gun. Unless I get a solid shot with the Propeller. Racers. We're going to bank those erasers for some of the later, more difficult encounters. I could show off what they do, but basically it's a flash that clears the entire screen of enemies and projectiles. Much like a nuke in other scrolling shmup games. There we go. Kind of an attrition fight since you can only do kind of one hit of damage before the boss teleports out. Alright, we got another defensive power up. That's nice. Now we're up to level 3 shield. That'll definitely be handy. Things will do much less damage. So now we just have to wait. All right. Now we have mushrooms. Talking about mushroom-shaped trees and mushroom enemies. More mushrooms. Oh, a lot of bullets on screen. Most of the other enemies are stronger versions of things we saw on Corridor 13. Yep, those exploding flower things are back. I believe they have higher health pools. Oh, boss time already? Alright, now we got a blue version of Optomon. This one is much faster and shoots more seaweed, larger seaweed. In general, this one's a bigger threat. Name of the game here is not getting boxed in by the seaweed tracks, because they'll just do continuous damage. Ow, like that. Wow, alright. Key is ending this fight as soon as possible. Yeah, that was close. All it takes is one or two really solid hits with those seaweed things and you just get absolutely murdered. But we got the wavy key. And for clearing Corridor 3, we get a full heal. Whoop-de-doo. Alright. Now we have the northeast section open. Should be area 4. Our chip max is 400, right? Still don't think we have enough to buy that Propeller Upgrade. So we'll just proceed on. But, fortunately, because we got 2 defense power-ups in this level, those little orange amoeba enemies do much less damage. If we hadn't picked up all of those, that blue Optomon fight would have been very difficult. Okay, we'll save again. Iconic says, I returned from dinner. Did I miss much? No, you didn't miss much, Iconic. We beat a couple more corridors. I picked up some defensive power-ups, so I take less damage now, which is really good. Didn't get any new weapons. I don't know if you're here when we picked up the screen nukes, but the enemy erasers down here, we'll save those until we need them. But now we're going to go up to the next area, upper left, right. This is the shop. Yeah. Okay. We need 100 more in our max before we can buy that. Save here. And here is basically a sequel to the jungle level. It's area 4. This area is smaller than the other one. But we'll do the same thing. Check out the perimeter, fight mini bosses, get power-ups, and then jump into the corridors. This is a shop. Let's take a look at what's here. It's either a shop or save. CO4 cannot be removed. I think I goofed up when I sealed it. Ask for help from the round creature several times. Okay, we need to go look for an NPC to talk to. And just keep making our way around the map. Corners. Health up. That's nice. Okay. Mini bosses here. Here's quarter 14. I guess we can take a look at this one since we're here. Okay, another jungle map. Oh, this one's moving quick. And we got laser shooting scorpions. Big man-eating flower things. Okay, stuff is definitely not dying in one hit here. And we got super fast scroll speed. Oh boy, look at that screen flickering. Good old NES slowdown. Oh, that's fast. Okay, boss time. Ah, this is the Clawbot. Kind of similar in style to the Bombarder. Basically, its upper half. It's got these jaws that open and close, and when they open, it shoots a big, highly damaging beam. So, we want to avoid that. It only moves back and forth. And it paths towards your direction, kind of like Fleepa. We just need to stay out of range of the cannon. You do enough damage, and then the little jaws, or the claws, will fall off. And now it's just going to go full rapid, or full auto. And that I want to avoid. That'll do a lot of damage over time. The comic says big lad. Yeah, I really like the mechanical sprite design too. Oh boy, be careful. The shading and the way the sprite is designed is really neat. For taking out corridor 14, we get... Ooh, life up. I'll take that. And now we're in the second half, area 4. Let's see what's around here. We need to look for... Ooh, mini-boss. We need to look out for a special character NPC to talk to. Oh, another one of these. Alright. I think we fought 2 of these now? 3 of these? Pretty easy. Oh, level 2 bullet shot? Now we have a slightly faster projectile. Still think, even though it's lower level and lower damage, the repeller is going to be our mainstay for now. That circular fire pattern is just too good. Ooh, level up. We got fire rate up. Nice. Keep going. Ooh, another mini boss. I think all the mini bosses are in this northern section. Oh boy, one of these. These should be less dangerous because I have that defensive upgrade, but I'm gonna try and just stay away. Oh, that's still a lot of damage. Ugh. We get firepower for that though. And Iconic redeemed a hydrate. I will drink more water. We are up to attack level 3, which is good. Okay, we'll circle around and go up to the top corners. Ooh, this is an upgrade to the cutter. I believe it's just stronger projectiles. We're at level 2 with a lot of the weapons that we don't use, which is fitting luck, I suppose. Alright. Just need to make our way over to the right. Still haven't found the NPC yet. I don't think it was on the previous section. Could have sworn it was right next to the corridor entrance. Ah, yeah, it looks like it. I'll only sell you one of these for 400. Life up or shield up? I'm gonna go shield up. Even though I don't use the shield super often, there will be a point where that shield is gonna help. Iconic says, hope it's not like a Capcom boss rush. There isn't a boss rush mode, essentially, in this game that you unlock or you get a password for after you beat the game. And it's all of the shmup sections back to back. So there's no exploration. And then it basically gives you a scoring based on how quickly you beat the level and how little damage you take. And it gives you points to unlock different things as you play through the game start to finish in the shmup mode. That's pretty fun. It's much more difficult though, because if you screw up a run on a level and don't get your upgrades, you basically eventually will hit the wall and you won't be able to progress. But it's a fun bonus mode. Maybe we can look at that after we beat the mainline game. And now I'm just trying to refill my chips. That's health. There is a spot, I don't remember exactly where it is, on Area 0, that's full of just power-ups you can go and grab. It's like a refill point. Maybe I should go and figure out where that is. I think it's somewhere in the middle. But it basically means you can go and refill your stock of stuff and not have to sit there farming things. I think the path forward is that merchant that we bought the shield from. I think I just have to go in and out and talk to the merchant a few times, and then unlock the corridor. Oh. Okay, well, I'll have to go all the way back now. Maybe I'll poke around Area 0 next time I go back to the main hub. Try and find that fountain area. I'm trying to remember if it's even there. After this game came out, much later, in the 2000s, I think, there's a fan-made sequel to this game that was made by one Russian developer, and it's called Shadow of Naju, and it's an unofficial sequel that picks up where this game ends, and it's really neat. Maybe I'll play that in the future. We'll see. It's a lot harder than this. But it brings in assets, sprites, and all sorts of stuff from other games. So you might be going on a corridor, and the boss is like a Contra boss. So yeah, it brings in all sorts of things from other games. It's neat, and it has a story and actual little dialogue cutscenes. You can still download it for free too. If you just search Shadow of Naju, you should be able to find a link to the file. You just run it as an exe. Any luck? I have to go look at the corridor first. Open it up. I see that you're trying very hard, so I will remove the seal for corridor number 4. Thanks, homie. I am trying to save all of you, so that's very nice of you to do. Alright, corridor number 4. This is a very high-speed map from the looks of it. Trying to stare at the background, it'll hurt your eyes. Very first time I played through this game, I kind of wondered to myself if anyone's ever done a no-hit run of Guardian Legend, and I think that would be incredibly difficult to do, especially on stages like this where it's blindingly fast. But I'm sure some crazy gamer out there has done it. Oh yeah, oh man, that hurts my eyes. I need to focus on the ship, not the background, because it is a blur. It's kind of a neat effect that takes advantage of like the sprite capacity of the NES. Alright, finally it's slowing down. Iconic says people do the wackest things with games. If someone did a no-hit run of this game, it wouldn't be whack. It'd be probably one of the most impressive things I've seen. But, yeah. People like a challenge. Alright, now we have a dragon. This is called Terramute. And this is the only dragon-type enemy in the game you fight. And it kind of just ports around and sprays the air at fireballs and then teleports out. Kind of like the Bombarder. I guess technically I could fireball big target. Yeah, I think that's more damage in one burst. Use fireball and dragon, makes sense. There we go. Icon says, I want to at some point beat Dead Rising without being hit possibly on stream. And that'd be impressive. Did you beat that DBZ fight you were working on before yet? Alright, for clearing Corridor 4 we should get another key. Or we got a key for killing the boss. This gives us a level 3 bullet shot. That's a big projectile. That thing will actually do decent damage. Assuming I can hit something with it. Iconic says, yes, I officially beat it on hard. Oh, nice. Good work. I missed that on stream, but good job. Now on to the next big challenge, huh? Okay, back to the main hub. Okay, you have to huff it all the way back. Let's see if I can find that power-up fountain area. I know this game is very old, but a waypoint or warp system would have been nice. Okay. I can't remember if Shadow of Naju added something like that, because I haven't played that game in a while. But it did tweak a lot of things and add some quality of life improvements that weren't in the original. Alright, let's check around the map. I don't think I went everywhere here. Oh, definitely didn't go here. I don't recognize those enemies. Okay, that's into Area 5. Plus key. Oh, fire rate up. There's one here. I didn't even go here. All right. There's a round creature in this room. It will give you items in exchange for power chips. I will sell this to you. Oh, this is a whole section I didn't even go to. Okay. This is a weapon I would have normally picked up early in the game if I came across this area. This one, what's this one called? Front wave? Yep, front wave. It is gonna not be super useful at level 1, but it shoots shockwaves directly in front. Not bad early on. And this one says, I'll sell this to you for 100. These are the Seekers. These are actually pretty strong once you power them up. You launch them and they will fly out and seek enemies, and the longer they're out, the more they drain your chips. And this one says, I will sell this to you. This is an upgrade to the side wave. Side wave? Side wave. And like that, we were almost broke. Okay, I know that power-up room's around here somewhere. Oh, it was just to the right? I could have just gone right the whole time? Ah. And there's a save right here. Okay. Here it is. It is at 1313. Iconic redeem save reminder. Yeah, I'll save in the next zone. So there's nothing here except for these power-ups, I believe. Yeah. Basically, this is your chance to go and fully top out on your stock of stuff and not have to go and farm piddly enemy waves here or there. Alright, 1313. Someone write that down. Now we can move on to Area 5. And, oh no, this is Area 6. Okay, we have a split path here. Let's do 5. We do not know the condition to open Corridor 6 yet. We could look at what's in 6, but let's do this in order. This is kind of the point where the game starts to branch. We don't necessarily have to do the zones in a numerical order, but I think in order of difficulty, that makes the most sense. 60 erasers. And square door should give us a new tile set. Yep, now we have a sort of rocky canyon area with all these pillars. And this is the Area 2 theme. Kind of a big rectangular map. Oh, another one of these. I didn't realize you fight so many of these. This is like the third or fourth one. But down he goes. Level 2 of the front wave is rapid fire and damage, I believe. Not bad. I'll have to keep an eye on how much damage I'm doing to see if I want to switch off of the repeller. But before we go in the corridor, let's keep combing the map, see if we can get some more power-ups. Like a lander power-up. Health up is good. Hint room. Fire into the corridor, then the seal on number 5 will be removed. Okay. Shoot it again. Oh. Ow. Alright. Enemy damage is creeping up. Ooh, level 3 bullet shield? I can demo that. Level 3 bullet shield is very expensive. 30 chips, I think, a second. But when it's up, you have this huge, super fast moving shield projectile. But I found it's too expensive to sustain unless you're just getting tons of chip drops. But we've got it. Nothing? Another boss. I think I remember which one this is. Oh yeah, this crystal boss. This boss is kind of annoying. Actually, let's try the Seekers. Basically, this boss kind of moves around the screen, but it drops a ton of projectiles. And it's projectiles that are really a threat, as long as you just avoid touching the boss. I don't think that's really going to cut it. I can show off what the erasers look like. So these clear the screen, but there's a glitch in this game where you can actually drop the erasers more than once. And what that does is it re-rolls the chance for whatever destroys to drop an item box. So you can kind of use it. You can kind of use it to cheat and try and farm power-ups, but it only works if you get the power-ups. And I think it's going to burn all the stuff that I depleted. Yep. So I don't know if that's necessarily the most sustainable thing to do. I think just trying to straight up kill that crystal boss is a better idea. I remember that one giving me trouble before. It's primarily just the projectiles. The boss itself just sort of moves around the screen, but it fires those projectiles off very fast. Alright, we can try it again, since we're right here. Ow. Okay, it's the hint room. Alright, let's beeline it. If I had a level 2 fireball, that boss would be much easier. I could try shield too. Be expensive. Now it's a DPS race, I guess. But it completely negates projectiles. It's gonna run out really fast. Okay. Alright, let the record show that's how you handle that. Okay. Defensive power up, level 4. That's nice. Nothing up here. Oh, I see. In regards to doing a Dead Rising stream. I missed that from Iconic. Whole reason I want to do that is the protag Frank gets bit in canon. Some undisclosed point, so if I beat it without being bit, I'll create a plot hole. That's right. It'll be an alternate universe split. Ooh, grenade upgrade. Another weapon I don't use. And those cube enemies just keep multiplying. So I'm gonna nope out of there. Okay, let's see if we can beat the corridor while we're here. It said fire into the corridor. Yep. My kind of says, oh no, death cubes. Yeah, those things are obnoxious. It's better just not waste your time. Ah, we have a new sort of crystal tile set. And a new theme. We have a faster paced song. Oh, speaking of annoying cube enemies. Green starfish and orange pterodactyls. A lot of enemies we've seen in previous sets up till now. These cube things are new, and these things are trouble. They're fast and they'll mob you. It's best to take them out with some sort of focused fire. They cover the screen. Even at level 1, Propeller is still holding it down as the most effective weapon in a lot of cases. I'm gonna get an upgrade to the fireball soon, but I can't remember if it's this one or Corridor 15. Ah, now we got a Squid Boss. This boss is called Zib-Zub for some reason. And Zib-Zub bounces around the screen kind of like Flipa, but from top to bottom instead of, or bottom to top instead of top to bottom. And spits missiles. It is a missile shooting squid. That's a pretty cool sprite. I like the shading and the reds. Yeah, not too bad. Did that not give me a... Did that not give me a key? Oh no, just more erasers. Alright. Let's see. Is there anything else to get here? I'm gonna move down the corner of the map on the right side to make sure I didn't miss anything. Let's see what was here. Empty. Okay, power up here. This was the hint room, right? Yep, okay. I think we're done with this northern section. Let's do one more corridor, and then I think that's gonna do it for this session. We are about halfway through, maybe a little more than halfway. There's a lot of game left. There's still a top section, an upper left section, a direct bottom section, and a bottom left section still to go. So there's a lot left. But it should be pretty doable to beat in the next time we do this. So let's go do quarter 15. And this is a similar version of that crystal field. Kind of more of a, I don't know if that's an ocean, or what that blue texture is supposed to be. But instead of like a landscape, now we have that kind of weird, either water or whatever it's supposed to be. I kind of like the white palette with the blue backdrop. Lots of these crystal fragment enemies in the swarm. Seems like the waves aren't quite as dense on this map compared to the one we were just on. Speak too soon. Alright, now I got a boss. Which one is this? Ah, it's a green version of the Clawbot. And this one does pretty much the same thing. I think that the claws have a bigger area they open up. And then it shoots a beam again. It really doesn't do much different. Oh, and it shoots missiles occasionally. Almost seems like the fire rate is lower than the blue or silver one we fought before. This version seems weaker. Alright. Oh, easy money. And for clearing this one out. Again, no key, but we have... Ooh. Red Lander. Now our chip counts at 800. So that means we can go back to the main hub and buy our Propeller Upgrade, which is going to be kind of a game changer. Let's do that. I figured that quarter would take longer. We're going to be coming up on a pretty difficult fight in the next zone. But maybe we can do another one. That one took like 5 minutes. It was faster than I expected it to be. Not really on a strict time schedule, but I gotta go cook dinner. So let us do this. Go to the main hub. I think the merchant was all the way in the bottom. I want to say bottom left. Iconic says dinner is important. Yeah, dinner is important. I've been eating dinner too late these last few days, and it's been screwing up my sleep schedule. So what we'll do is we'll get our purchasable power-ups here, and then what we can do is we can go raid Wazzy. I don't get a chance to raid her since I usually don't stream on the same day as her, but we can do that. She should be live. I think Froggy and her are doing drawings today. Alright, let's see. To remove Seal 8, set your weapon to no use and fire. I will most likely forget that by the next time. Iconic says, I wonder what's for dinner. If you actually want to know what I'm making for dinner, I'm gonna go grill some chicken and then throw it in the fridge and do like a chicken parmesan Caesar salad for dinner. If I had more time earlier, I would have grilled earlier in the day so that I don't have to wait for it to cool, but I didn't have time. So I put some chicken in to marinate for a few hours, then I'm gonna go throw it on the grill and throw it in the fridge, and then that will be my dinner for this evening. Alright, yeah. Oh, no, okay, not here. Where was that shop? No, it's not here. Was it in the middle? Am I misremembering where it was? No, process elimination. Okay, triangle door. Can't go here yet. Oh boy, now the fun part of wandering around trying to remember where the shops are at. Alright, let's see. The ones in the middle were the ones that had the cheap power-ups. Here? Nope. Yeah, that's another zone. Oh, it wasn't a shop in the actual level, was it? Am I misremembering? Was it in one of the actual zones, not the main hub? Let me poke around a couple more places. Then I'll go look. Yeah, okay, this is the hint rooms. No, it's just here. You'd think I would write this stuff down. But, I didn't. Let's see, were they towards the upper middle? I think it might have actually been in one of the first zones we went to. Because I remember it being towards the bottom of the map. Now let me go back to, was it zone 1? Zone 1 or 2? Oh no, here it was. Okay, good, that would have been a huge waste of time. Alright. Propeller upgrade. That is very welcome. That speed? Yeah. Look how fast that thing moves now. The third upgrade will be projectile size. And there's the laser upgrade. Okay. Let's go kill some mobs, see if we can get that last 10 chips. Could also go to 13 and just grab everything at once. Maybe I'll do that. Let's be efficient. Here we go. I think you have to D-zone for all these to respawn. Yeah, I think you have to go into one of the other areas and then come back to the hub, and then it comes back. Okay, now hit the shop. The laser upgrade is going to be super handy on the next shoot 'em up stage. I realize I haven't demonstrated what that looks like, so I'll have to remember to do that next time. But what I'll do is I'll walk over to the right side of the map, and then we will call it there. This is area 6, I want to say. Well, maybe we can start off... Yeah, we'll start off with this area next time. It is a variation of the kind of crystal pillar area, but a new theme. And we will save, quick save here. We will pick up with Guardian Legend in a future stream. On Thursday this week is our next stream date. I'll be playing more Rise from Monster Hunter because Sunbreak, the expansion, comes out next week. And I'll probably have a stream this week, and there will be one next week for the launch, but not on launch day since that's a Thursday, I believe. I'm probably going to start playing it offline, and then maybe on the weekend we'll do like a longer stream for Sunbreak. But you can expect to see a lot of Monster Hunter after the 30th when it comes out, because I'll be playing a lot of that game and I want to show it off to all of you folks. So with that, we will pause this. That. And get ready to raid Wazzy on the Toxicure stream. So thanks for everyone who tuned in. Again, this is one of my favorite games, so I really like talking about it. We will keep on with this one until I beat it. Hopefully in the next session. But for now, we will go to outro. And I will see you folks on Thursday for more Monster Hunter. So let's go raid. I'll make sure she's still alive. Should be. Okay, yeah, there's Wazzy. Alright. Thanks again for hanging out, folks, and I will see you in the next stream. Have a good evening.